if you need space, and I mean you need space, this little puppy behind me is just about 5,000 square feet. We're in a great gated community of Lakeshore Ranch in Land O'Lakes, and I am going to take you through a property tour. So hope you like it. If you like seeing property tours like this, you should definitely subscribe to our channel, because every Friday we're popping out another video like this. So if you have one that you want to see, or if there's a particular area and be like, hey, this price point, I would love to see what kind of houses are going for, like, throw it in the comments too. I'd love to be able to do it that way, so we're reaching your needs. This particular house that I'm on right now, I'm going to take you over. Let me show you that way, because look, we're actually in a cul-de-sac too. So if you have kids in school, I know this is a huge thing, being able to be on a cul-de-sac like this. All the houses, if you notice, we're not exactly cookie cutter. Like, they actually look unique. You turn the camera so you can see just the size of the houses here too, because it's a huge plus to have like a nice big house for your family and it fits your needs. But the last thing you want to do is be that jumbo house on a street where like all the other houses are like these little dinky 1-story 1,500 square feet, because then it doesn't feel like it matches, or like your neighbors are going to be kind of living the same lifestyle that you are. Not here. Look at that. See, we have tons of larger homes, 3,000 square feet plus. And like I said, this particular one, this is the one I'm going to take you through today, is 4,800 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. And here's an amazing bonus feature, is that it has 2 primary suites, and one is downstairs, one is upstairs, and they are very much privacy suites. They look amazing. Take a tour. Let's show you what it looks like. All right. You get a knock on the door, you get an Uber delivery. Right there. That's what you are seeing. So from right here, this is your entrance. This is actually wood that was put on as the accent wall that you can see right here. So it's not just like a wallpaper. Sometimes that gets easily confused. And right off to the left is the office. This does have laminate flooring, where the entryway had tile. Both are very easy to clean, waterproof. Great size, because if you figure that is a full like 3-seater couch, we still have a seat over here to the corner, and then we have a full-size L-shaped desk. And yes, somebody has some amazing awards. The next room that we come into is the guest bathroom. It is a full bathroom, so if you wanted to use the office for another guest room, you completely can. This is solid surface granite, by the way. We have a linen closet right next to us, a deep linen closet, might add. Then we have the dining room, same flooring as in the office. And the living room has the same flooring as well. So really, this main traffic area is where you see the tile, and also the wet area of the kitchen has a tile, but everything else is uniform. So we only have 2 floorings throughout the main level, or the bottom level. Nice window. So the wood blinds will be staying with the house. They're faux wood blind, by the way. They're not actual wood. And the chandelier. This table, you can see, fits 8 easily. It does have 1 leaf insert. So you could really, if you want to, use and pop out another one. So you can comfortably sit 10 people here. I'd say 12 is about max for Thanksgiving. Really decides on their table size. But again, look at how much space we have on each one. So as far as pulling your seats in and out, you're not going to have too many issues there. Now it's time to check out the kitchen. I don't know why I just sung that, but I got to say, this is a beautiful kitchen. Like, to come home and see this and be like, yes, I feel inspired. I would cook in here. We do have the solid surface counters, and unfortunately, it's not really picking it up, but in the light, it does actually sparkle. So naked eye, there is a little bit of glitter here. Not too much or obnoxious. This shows you a nice clean surface. The cabinets, we have drawers. They are the regular, nothing crazy there as far as like fancy pullouts or self-close, but we do have handles and hardware. This, I think, is great. We do have a backsplash across the entire kitchen. I just like how this is set up where, if you wanted to have it as your coffee area, it's just you could have the kids' snacks over here, and then you could be working and, they're not necessarily interfering with you there. The fridge is one of those, not sure if you've seen it before. Ta-da! So you can have the actual snacks that you want, drinks right here. And that's what this button is, because then it only opens up this smaller compartment, or you open the whole fridge door by that one. And then this does have the ability where it would switch out between a fridge or a freezer component. So current owner is using it as a chiller, which is really nice. We do have gas in this community, so that's why we have the 5 burners. And for our vent hood, it does actually vent to the exterior of the house. So it's not just cycling the air back in, which I always think is a huge plus. Over on this side, next to your sink, huge bonus, because one, it is a large sink and it is one solid stainless steel sink. From a cleaning perspective, that's much easier, but also any of your larger appliances or roasting pans, you can actually fit it in here and not worry about it. We do have a water reverse osmosis system that is right there, the water filter, garage, and garbage disposal. We have the dishwasher, which is washing, and a wine fridge. So this is all staying, by the way. That's why I'm making sure to point it out so you can see everything that's available to you. Well, that was kind of weird. All right. Now over this way, if you really love counter space, especially these nice clean countertop, oh, this is great. We have tons of cabinets. Here's our butler's pantry. So we do have cabinets at the bottom. If you really love storage, you could put some more up here, or you can just, if you have a great piece of art you want to love here, more counter space. This could be the coffee area, or like really your messy area. If you didn't want the counter, like these cubbies here and everything, you can almost pop it open, because that is the garage door to the 3-car garage, and make this like your mudroom space. So it's really up to you. That would be an easy fix, where you could put a bench in here and then come up and have like the hooks for jackets, scarves like in Florida, hats. You definitely do hats. Take a look at this pantry. There we go. And there it is. That's how big a pantry it is. Kind of jealous of how awesome. I do love that it's a glass door, because then it leaves some natural light in here. However, if you're the type of person who this would drive you crazy because you don't want people being able to see that your pantry is maybe not the cleanest or most organized, I would suggest putting up like a window cling to this, so that way at least it would blur it. And there's a ton of different options you could do with that. I'm actually looking for one myself from Amazon that I'm using to decorate my fridge, just because looking at stainless steel is kind of boring to me. So I was like, I'm going to get a window cling film. I saw it somewhere, I'm sure on TikTok, but yeah, easily you could put a window cling on this to like blur it out, give you some kind of decor look, and then you wouldn't see that, but it wouldn't affect the light coming in there. So that way, if you didn't want the the light goes off, I'm like, wow, that's really dark. So yeah, totally up to you. All right, now when we come over here, we do have the built-in microwave with the oven. So you have where this is a smaller microwave. It's one of those where it does like the convection microwave things. And then you have the smaller one, or the larger, for roast down below. And that is the kitchen. We do have 3 pendants over it. Now, this current seller actually has it set up. I'd say I love the setup where, it's 3 comfortable sitting here with tons of space in between. So you're not like right up against each other. However, you do have more storage underneath. So it'd be easy to put like your long-term holiday stuff down in here, and then you have it away. Or if you really wanted to maximize, you could easily put 4 benches here and it wouldn't be a problem. Now, right over here is the actual eat-in kitchen space. Not a tiny space. We have seating for 6 at this table. Here is the pendant, so you can get a good look. Also, I forgot to mention, all around the house on the bottom floor is crown molding throughout. So there is that included too. I could also see this, and I have seen this area done, where instead of having a table, you can do a built-in with like an L-shaped bench on one side and then have a table. And then, you have that space. I've even seen this used and converted for like a little kids play area. So choice is yours. Now here's the main living area for the home. This is a lot of space. So you figure we have 2 full-size couches on either end. You could easily put some seating area here. We do have a faux stone accent wall. I say faux stone, but it was attached. So like it is actual stone. It's just not like solid because obviously there's drywall behind it. So it's a thin layer of faux stone. It does have like a soft kind of shimmer to it as well. I mean, soft, like it's not obnoxious or sparkling and blingy kind of thing. It's just you have to look at it and it's like, oh, okay, there's a little something there. The electric fireplace is staying with the house too. So like all this is going to be here. TV's not though, but it is set up obviously so you can have a nice size TV here because this one is about 70 inches to give you like a size reference. There you go, all the way up, and of course the crown molding throughout here. And here is the actual, it's a storage room that's under the stairs. And it does have a light that goes back a ways. I mean, it's being used as storage, so you can have that. You definitely have a lot of space for things. If you wanted to make that your utility closet, put your brooms, vacuums, things like that in there. We'll take a look. So this was your house. That's what it would look like. All right, I'll go outside in just a moment. Just give you a quick little rundown. The porch is screened in, and there's two porches. So we have an upstairs porch and a downstairs. This one is actually a 4-slider door. So you can have all this completely open. I'll take you out there in just a minute. But first, we are going to check out the primary bedroom that is downstairs. This house has two. This has double doors into the entry for it. As you can see, it has the laminate flooring that matches the dining room and the office. We also have tray ceilings that also includes crown molding, an updated chandelier ceiling fan. Actually, has little crystals in it. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen that before. You can see that real quick. There you go. It makes it a lot brighter. Huh. Now the space in this bedroom, okay, let me just move the door a little bit so you can see. That is a very large dresser. Let me see. Walk through. It's about 5 feet wide and at least 2 feet in depth. That completely tucks away in the same kind of where this little lip in the wall is, so that it doesn't really stick out and it really interferes with like the flow of the room. So just give you an idea of how large this space is. This is a king size bed with the poster. There you go. Yeah. We do have tons of space on this side. Look at that. And the reason I like showcasing this kind of stuff is one, when people are talking about, their primary bedroom, they tend to worry about their furniture being either too big for a space. Like those are smaller chairs. I'm not going to lie about that. Well, I'm not lying about anything, but anyway, those are smaller chairs. Like, would I see those in everyday houses and everything? But to have a big piece of furniture like that, to have a bed this size sitting here, it's substantial. It's not the smallest bed, like a minimalistic Scandinavian design. The same with the fact that we have these 2 side dressers, and they're both, again, good size. And to see this amount of space on either side of it really shows you just how much space is available here for you. You don't want one dresser, you have 2. We have 2 closets. Here is number 1. There's a walk-in. And the other one is a walk-in as well, pretty much a mirror match here. We have the linen closet. So this is a more narrow one. You can still fit everything you need in here for the primary. Our water closet. And look, it doesn't feel, I wouldn't feel claustrophobic in here. Those people, like, it does have its own private door. We do have its own exhaust vent, but the fact that it's like just that much space, you could put something there, you'd be set. Now, if we go through, look here. Hi. That is some vanity space. So 1 sink, under mount. We do have the soaking tub. Not a jetted soaking tub. And it is fairly deep too. So this is nice if you need to soak your muscles at the end of the day. There's some Epsom salts in there and you'd have a good time. Then we have a full-size shower. I like how they did this where, you step in You have the handle right here so you can turn it on and let the water get warm, and then you actually step into the shower itself. It does have the little shelf available, so you can have that. And then the shower head goes all the way up. Yeah, I always thought it was annoying where the shower nozzle and faucet were like right next to each other, so then you're getting wet just trying to turn it on. A little glass work in there. All right, so this was the first of 2 primary bedrooms. There you go. Let's give you an idea. Close. Watch. If you're waking up in the morning, open the door. And that is what you're waking up to. You go get your coffee. Ready for the day. All right. Now on to the upstairs. Flooring on the stairs is the same as the laminate that we've seen so far. It is wood for the banisters. It's nice that they actually have 2 windows in this area, because if these were not here, it would be so incredibly dark. There, just give you an idea. Okay, here we go. See, we went up some stairs already. We have a quick turn landing, and then on to the rest. Oh, I didn't turn on the lights. So there is 5 bedrooms in here. We have a bedroom right here, and this is kind of like its own little separate wing, because we have another bathroom. Look how the size of this bathroom. Linen closet, shower, it's all there. We have the bedroom. These are both twin size beds, just to give you an idea of space. Tons of windows and natural light. Like, let me turn off the light so you can see. There. And then a walk-in closet. Here you go. It does have carpeting upstairs. So the way the layout and floor plan of this house was designed was when you first come upstairs, remember there was a primary downstairs, you did have an office, but if you didn't want to use that as your guest suite, coming right up the stairs, the first right, this was like your guest hall, like wing. You have a private full bathroom, and then like I said, the size of that walk-in closet. Right here, we have a really beautiful laundry room. You do have some shelving. Look at this. I love when everything is thoughtfully designed so it has a place and it doesn't look awkward. This is solid stone as well. It's actually very beautiful, clean. We have the hardware up here as well. These are soft clothes, and then we have a utility sink and the washer and dryer. If you needed more storage space, it'd be very easy just to throw in some more cabinets around here for you. So we've seen the guest quarters. Don't worry, we'll go over there in just a second. This is the actual units for your HVAC. It has multiple. Okay. Ta-da! A and B, baby. A and B. Look at that. Optimized, running, extremely efficiency. And the reason there's 2 is because this is 4,800 square foot house. So they have the upstairs on a separate unit as the downstairs, and it does really make it super efficient. And even right now, it's July, and the heat of the day being over 90 degrees, 100% humidity. And the fact that his electric bill is still not as bad as some people think or assume it would be. This house is very, very efficient in its energy uses. All right, so here is your family game room. This is the upstairs porch. I opened it. Look at that view. There it is. It's screened up here as well, so you can enjoy being outside without dealing with bugs. Because it's Florida, we have bugs. That is the door to the primary that's upstairs. Just give you an idea how it looks. And then they did put in a rod and a curtain, so that way you can close that off if you just needed a little more privacy. For the most part, everyone keeps themselves though here. All right. So this would be your hangout living room. place where the kids come to play, whatever. I've seen some people make this a movie theater setup where you can have some stuff set up back there, have a projector on this wall. Obviously, you just close up your blinds, and it does get very dark in here. Same thing as downstairs with the accent wall. Like, this is an actual wood that was put on, not wallpaper. We have crown molding. And going around, if you notice, there's a color scheme around here. Maybe because they're a gator or two. Now we have a pool table. Now, if you're wondering if the pool table stays or goes, there, see, in case you're wondering, it is open for negotiations. There is like a little chessboard, or dartboard there. Okay, so again, staircase, guest quarters over there. We have this nice hangout loft area, game room. Here is bedroom number 3, because we did the primary downstairs already, and then that guest quarters. Now, what's really cool about this is, this is, again, twin bed, good size, definitely smaller, more like kids' bedrooms. We do have a walk-in closet still. And then we have a Jack and Jill bathroom. And all that means is it has a private bathroom door that connects to another bedroom. So there's bedroom number 4. Here's their closet. It's a walk-in as well. Here you go. Not as big, but it's definitely a walk-in. There's definitely tons of storage space around here. I think this might be a queen size bed, actually. Here you go. So you can see the space. So, and that's the way we'll be walking out. But just to see, this is kind of nice how they did this. So it is, because there's a shared bathroom, we have the closet, water closet, where, showers at. Another linen closet, which is always a bonus. I don't feel like we can ever have enough linen closets to me. So yeah, we have the toilet and the shower that does have a bathtub, by the way. I'd like to point that out. All these so far are bathtubs. A lot of newer construction homes, they're getting rid of a lot of the bathtubs from a cost perspective. But yeah, so someone could be using the toilet and someone could be out here prepping, brushing their teeth, anything like that. And it's not really like back and forth. Now we're walking back out to the game room. Okay. Guest quarters. I went down that way, popped in bedroom 3, came out bedroom 4. Now on this side of the house, so it is a split bedroom floor plan, even though it's kind of all over the place in terms of where these bedrooms are, because this is the primary wing. And I'm saying wing because here's the door. There's a double door. Like downstairs had a double door. You walk in, you have this nice little alcove, and you get to decide. Do you want to go to the sleeping quarters, which are to the left, or do you want to check out your closet to the right? Ooh, look at that. It may be because I'm a girl, but this is impressive. Look at all this storage. We have shoe racks. We have drawers. We have a nice cabinet in the middle with a counter. The safe. There's a safe in here. I could just imagine where my purses would go. Look, they even have a fridge in here. Now, the fridge doesn't stay. Of course, if you wanted it, by all means, it's something that could be offered. But yeah, look, we have a mirror in here, so it's easy to put a full-length mirror in here. There is attic access from directly right here, too, so you'd have to be careful if you want to do the chandelier setup. But yeah, look at how much space we have here. All right. Look, they did a really great job with just adding in as much space and utilizing the space, right? So that you got most bang for your buck. All right, so that way is into the bathroom, but we are going to go see where you'd lay your head to rest for the night. Same thing, look at how massive. We do have another electric fireplace, and it's a simple little turn on. There's a remote for it. And you just let it know what you want to do. That is the doors that go to the porch, and these are the blinds that are actually inside the door, so there's not slapping around or anything, and they stay very clean because there's no dust. They're in there. So yeah, you can definitely have all the privacy you want. You can open it, get some light in there, or just close them all together, and you're not missing out on anything. There's the primary upstairs. Oh yeah, same. hardwood, or not hardwood, excuse me, laminate flooring like we saw throughout the downstairs. Granite. Now, if you notice, the only real big difference between this one and the downstairs, we do have a soaking tub up here as well, same depth, really great quality. We have, the 2 windows over here. They just made this one have a little sit down like desk area. But as far as the space, this is exactly the same as what you saw downstairs. So if you have someone who really is, like older parents and you want them living with you downstairs, they can stay downstairs. This will be yours. See, linen closet up here as well. Shower. We have the water closet, private. I forgot to turn on the light over there, excuse me. And again, good shower size. You could have this completely closed off too if you wanted and did almost like a steam one, but really your choice. Same concept. You have your shower head over there, but the actual faucet over here, so you can turn it on and the little lip and ledge, so that way you can put your stuff and you're not going to get wet. And back to the closet, just like one more second in here. Really take it in. If you ever imagine what you would do with that kind of closet space. All right. So hope you liked this video walkthrough tour of the home. If you have any questions about it, would love to schedule a private showing for yourself, give me a call. My name is Annie O, the realtor you need to know. Phone number is 813-531-1151. And if you like this tour and you want to see more of them, go ahead and subscribe to our channel because, again, every Friday we are releasing another one of these video walkthroughs. So subscribe to the channel and get to see another one. Maybe post in there too, comment below on the video on like what kind of home tours you think we should be doing next. So have a good one.